Just a reminder to everyone, you are watching Summer Games Done Quick 2016. We are sponsored by Twitch and in support of Doctors Without Borders. We have a $150 donation from Sire Salty. You guys are awesome. I'm donating after finding this through Humble. You all astound me with how fast you destroy the games I could never even beat. This donation will also be matched by my company. I hope to see you decimate Wild Arms in the future. Let's save the animals. We have a $50 donation from Agent Aquarius. Good morning, SGDQ. What's that? We're going back to Dreamland? It must be my favorite video game hero. Glad to be up in time for the Kirby block. We have a $10 donation from Ryan D. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror was a big part of my childhood and the first game I ever got 100% in. Excited to see the run today. Also, you gotta save the animals. You gotta.
Don't do that again.
Before our next run, we're going to have a quick interview with Mundungu over there with Clear Tonic. Take it away, guys.
Hey, I'm Tonic, and we are here on day 6 of Summer Games Done Quick 2016. I'm joined by Mundungu, who just put on a run of Ultraman Ball. How's it going, Mundungu?
It's going great.
Can you believe that this is the first time that we've seen Ultraman Ball at a GDQ?
Yeah, I can.
You can. Yeah.
Well, I've been submitting it for 4 or 5 marathons in a row. Wasn't sure if it would ever get in, but yeah. I'm glad it finally did.
Yeah, totally. So tell us about your run. How'd it go?
It was honestly kind of a train wreck. I guess most of the run went really well, actually, but I had the worst possible deaths. 4-3 was really bad. That's a huge time loss, and the boss too. But I guess the run actually went pretty well outside of that.
Yeah. The thing about short games is that the standard can be very high, and that every minor time loss is really amplified. So
yeah, and on most runs, if you have 0 deaths and a bad run, that's better than a good run with 1 death.
Yeah.
It's just kind of,
Totally.
But
Yeah. So can you tell us how you happened to stumble upon this game?
Yeah, it was from the SRL Mystery Tournament. Freeball 1 actually submitted it. I think it was Mystery Tournament 4 or something like that. It just happened to play that, and it was really fun. And then we raced it again afterwards in a best of tournament race. And then me, Ness Kamikaze, who was commentating, Boney, and Midboss all started just casually racing it. I don't know, a couple months later or something like that. And then after that, I looked up the Taz to see if there's anything else you could do. And obviously, we were horrible compared to the Taz. So
Yeah.
I started practicing with some Taz strats, and I don't know, it was really fun. So I just kept at it, and it turned into a speed game for me.
That's awesome. Could you tell us a little bit about Mystery Tournament? It's a big thing in our community.
Yeah, definitely. They're actually running the 9th one pretty soon after SGDQ. I don't know exactly when, but there's a website for it. It's mystery.beatthega.me. And it's open to anyone. It's free to enter. All you have to do, you just have to come up with a game with a 30-minute goal, like 15 to 45 minutes, and just submit that for the tournament. And then what it is, it's just a double elimination bracket and challenge, all online through emulators. And you are paired up against a random person and race them in a random game that someone else submitted. And you do that all the way to top 8. And then there's a big top 8 event at the end of the tournament. They've done 8 others of these. Ultraman Ball was actually a top 8 game in the last mystery tournament, so you can see some people racing that blind. So it's all games that people generally haven't played before. It's all blind racing. It's good fun.
Yeah, it's great. I think you see a huge amount of diversity and communities come together. People that you wouldn't expect show up for the Mystery Tournament. Some of them do really well.
Yeah.
So it's a great way to diversify your catalog too. The first game I ran at GDQ is Kaizo Shojin Shubibi Man Zero, which I played during a Mystery Tournament.
Yeah.
So
it's a great way to get exposure to new games, and you can join into anyone else's race too. You don't have to just play your own games. It's all on SRL. So.
Yeah, totally. That's great. Yeah, you should definitely check it out. Mystery.beatthegame.me or beatthega.me.
Yeah.
If you type in Mystery Tournament SRL and Google, you should be able to
It's
get
pretty
it.
easy to find, yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Let's see. I guess I already shouted out most of the Ultraman guys. Another shout out to Freeball 1 for introducing me to the game. Shout out to #blind and the whole mystery crew. Mystery Tournament is just the most fun I've had speedrunning and just blind racing in general. So it's a really good time.
Yeah, that's great. So do you have anything on the schedule that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, there's a couple runs. Obviously, like the Mario Maker stuff tonight's going to be fun. I'll probably watch that. I'm always looking forward to the Super Metroid race tomorrow. Typing the Dead tomorrow morning will be fun.
That's great, yeah. That's an awesome game.
Yeah. I don't remember. There's probably some other things. I can't remember off the top of my head. But.
Cool. Great. All right. We're going to kick it back over. Thank you for joining me, Mundugu. And we're going to get started with the next run.
Thanks.
Soft reset a bunch of times.
Thanks.
All right. All right, so this is Kirby the Amazing Mirror. And first thing I was going to do was kind of do a roll call.
Okay, I'm swordsmankirby.
I'm GravelCrusher.
I'm Flagglestan. And I'm S-Grunt, here on behalf of Speed Puns Live.
All right, so basically the thing about this game is it was kind of advertised as like a multiplayer game because no matter what you do, there's always going to be 4 Kirbys, whether it's you and 3 computers or you and 3 other friends like GBA linked. The problem with it is it was advertised like that, but if you have like more friends and you guys go into different rooms and stuff, it does cause a lot of lag in the game. So this is like the only Kirby game that's like Metroidvania style, where you have different rooms and places you gotta go collect like different stuff from. So there's quite a bit of stuff that you can do, and like we're just doing the any %, so we're just gonna try to beat the boss as fast as possible in this one.
Yeah, can we get an update on the donation incentive or bid war?
Yes, let me grab that really quick. Let's see. For the color, that seems like our winner, let's make sure this is correct, is green.
All right, so Green Kirby. So this is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna be player 2.
All right, you want soft reset first?
Yeah, it's just gonna. Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to be taking over yellow Kirby and replacing with green Kirby. But we already have one, so we're going to have 2 green Kirbys, actually. Get more bang for your buck.
Well, I, for one, am green with envy over this.
It's too early for that.
All right. Whenever you're ready, SK.
Are we ready to start the timer? All right. So time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. This is, good start. Right off the bat, there's already input lag in multiplayer, so we're just trying to go as fast as we can through this tutorial. So this is one of those multiplayer puzzles. We're not going to see another one. It's possible to make this jump with one player, but with all the lag, it's kind of tricky.
All right, first up, we're going to go for wheel mix.
Nice.
All right, first try. That was really good, actually.
Now we can go really fast.
So that's a 4-frame trick in lag.
In lag, yeah.
So that's really impressive to get first try.
All right, call SK because it's faster than waiting for him to walk.
Yeah, so you can use your phone in this game to call your friends to help you out. And it's really easy for transporting people to different areas.
Yeah, let me assure you, they're not just phoning it in here, folks.
Oh my gosh.
So while Gravel does all the hard work, I'm just going to play around and try all the power-ups in the game. This beam.
So wheel is actually the fastest
Smart.
in this game horizontal movement-wise. So we actually use it quite a bit in any percent.
There's the joke that this game is actually Kirby and the Amazing Wheel.
Yeah, we actually do call that quite a bit because in any percent, it's the main power-up we use for movement. And then we actually do use a missile for some segments, which right now, actually, since Swords and Kirby doesn't have wheel, we're going to only have one path available to us at the beginning. So I'm going to be going way ahead of us until like it splits off into 2 paths, and then call him to, you know, proceed with missile. So right now, he's just hanging back until I call him. And we're going to try to execute a quick kill here. Another thing to notice in multiplayer is every sub-boss and boss actually have a little bit more health. So that one is actually just a little bit longer. And right there, you actually saw a big switch. We're going to skip over that because it activates a cutscene and links that like room right there back to the home world.
And we're not going to go back to that area, so there's no point in pressing it, wasting time.
Right. So we just skip right over it.
All
right, so right
remember
here-
to call.
Yeah. Right. He always tells me that because if you go through this door, you can't go back.
All right, I'm going to split off from him. This area is probably not intended in your first playthrough of this at this point. But I have missile here, so I can break through those blocks.
You can kind of tell now that we're separated. It's kind of starting to slow down just a bit.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's basically what it feels like. And I'm about to activate one of the switches that we do need.
Just to switch it up a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as you can see on both our screens, it freezes while that cutscene is playing. Ooh.
Alright, so I'm going into the first boss. I'm going to kill him with his own stone. Sorry, that was the first boss. And makes it a lot easier using stone.
Yeah, I think we can all say that rocked.
And so while he's actually keep moving, like he played the cutscene, but I'm actually doing the Kirby dance while he continues movement. Alright. So now while he's going to the next boss, I'm actually going to be using wheel to, you know, go fast and actually unlock some other areas for later on. This area actually right here, we've noticed, really lags badly. I think it's because it's like his area, but
Yeah, so if it lags for one of us, it lags for both of us. And basically everything causes lag, so It's just gonna lag a punch.
So
Yeah,
as long as you don't end up lagging behind, I think we'll be fine.
right, exactly. Also, another thing to notice, every time you hit the game, it's like screen lag. Oh, all right, so SK just actually got wheel mix on another mix that we do later on.
Yeah.
So we'll take the opportunity to point out, as you may have noticed, the roulette slows down a little bit towards the end. So if you've got a power up you're looking for towards the end, it's actually considerably easier to do than the one at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Right.
It feels worse to miss that one though.
But yeah, what I was going to explain though is every time you hit an enemy, it has like this hit lag. And in pretty much any percent, you want to hit as little amount of enemies as possible. So trying to avoid them as best as possible. And like that's kind of what grinds any percent times down, is just a bunch of different enemy avoidance and wheel movement.
I'm gonna play a little bit safe here. Candy Constellation notorious, at least for me, for killing a lot of runs.
Me as well. The place is awful. All right, so the room he's in is really awful, actually.
Okay.
Even in single player. Oh my gosh, I just died.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I lost wheel and kept getting hit by Gordos. This room's not that difficult, actually. I just like had the timing off.
Alright, so this is Master Hand. This game was made by the same creators as the Smash Brothers series, at least at the time. So there are a lot of melee references.
I'm gonna
in
have
this
two
game.
switches coming in.
I guess they figured they'd have a smash hit on their hands with this.
Yeah, sorry. It is kind of annoying when you push the buttons when someone's in the middle of something.
These buttons they're pushing, there's 2 in each area, except for Candy Constellation and the second area, and they just let you get around the level a lot faster.
So hopefully by the time that he's done with this area, he's gonna be able to call me for assistance for the next boss. It's actually one of the only ones that we coordinate if both of us do our areas. I might have messed up too much to be able to be called, but we'll see. And we can actually co-op the next boss.
Yeah, so wheel is invulnerable while you're in the form, except when you're turning around. So it's really useful for just bowling through a bunch of enemies.
Or switch. You're not doing anything, so it's all good. Yeah, you're probably gonna get to the next area before I do, so. Oh. Alright, and there's also Shadow Kirby as well. He appears in a certain few areas. Came from, like, the Amazing Mirror. And basically, he's just pretty much a clone of us.
And whenever you encounter him, you have to like hit him at least once before the game will let you move on from the screen.
Whoops. Whoops.
Fristy again.
I don't normally play on GameCube. That's my excuse.
Alright, you got another switch while you're in the middle of a fight.
Alright.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, that's fine.
Alright, so while you're doing that, I'm actually just going to start on the next area. So usually if I didn't mess up so much and die actually early on, I'd be able to help him out. But since that didn't happen, I'm just going to continue on to the next boss.
Alright.
All right, let's give him a hand for that one, folks.
There are a lot of different things you can do during that boss fight, so I grabbed Stone in the middle of the fight.
Oh. Yeah. Alright, so this next area is actually really funny because there's safety strats, what we like to call Fat Kirby. And if you pretty much hit your power-up on these spikes, you'll actually lose it. And since you have input lag and just random frame drops, this room's actually kind of hard to deal with. So we just do that for safety. It only wastes like 2 seconds, actually. But yeah, this is a pretty just straightforward part of the run. If you want to start reading a few donation incentives at this part, we can fit those in.
Well, first off, I just want to let you guys know I had an anonymous donation that has no comment, but it was $2,000.
Oh my god.
We also have a $10 donation from Calicorn. Both Amazing Mirror and Air Ride back to back. It's my childhood all over again. Thanks for the great week, and I hope you all have had a fun time. We have a $15 donation from D. Wilson431. Can't decide whether to kill or save the animals. Instead, can we have Kirby eat the animals?
This is boxing, for camping in the corner so I can't turn around. Luckily, it's not so bad. Oh, I'm about to die.
Yeah, I actually messed up this strat. Usually we use wheel on this boss fight, but since we no, we don't have that available, so we're just using the bad backup strats of cutter. Alright, I got my mirror shard. So, SK, if you want to explain the skip that we're going to perform.
Right, so there's this bomb block that's sort of out of reach. We can go through the room normally, but it's sort of a lot shorter if we're able to hit that bomb block. There are certain power-ups that can do it. So for example, fire, ice, and UFO. One interesting one is also sword, but it requires a little bit of help. Alright, so
This is possible to do with one player, but it is a lot simpler to do if you've got a second player.
yeah. These Kirbys move around randomly, so a lot of time they don't cooperate.
I'm actually kind of confused of which Kirby I am right now.
Okay, here's the block.
All right, that was first try. That was actually really, really good. If you want to explain what we do in any percent on that part too.
Yeah, so normally we do call the Kirbys again. That's one of the possible ways. But they're really random. You can try to manipulate them a little bit, but a lot of times they just don't cooperate.
There was actually a thing that was discovered not too long ago called a UFO mix a little bit earlier that would allow you to actually not call them. It's a little bit kind of harder, I think, to execute, but it saves time because you don't have to deal with just random Kirby RNG. And it's kind of hard to do in lag. So
yeah, didn't even go for it. Now would be another good time for donations. We're just wheeling everywhere.
No problem. We have a $40 donation from Chuck Stieg. Dude, SK, I'm randomly watching live and your run comes on. Super hype. Good luck, Gravel, and good luck, SK.
Thanks.
We also have a $50 donation from Beto Kirby. Stayed up all night to watch 3 of my all-time favorite games back to back to back. So excited for this, and good luck to all the Kirby runners today. Thank you, PogChamp64, for your $20 donation. Kirby is my favorite Mario character.
All right.
We got a $10 donation from Silent J. Great job on all you've accomplished, Pebble Smasher. Finally, your pink puff ball obsession has been brought to the big screen. Love you, bro.
All right, so there's a nickname someone likes to give me in that Kirby community. They call me Pebble Smasher for some reason. They think it's funny. I'm pretty sure he's the only one who finds it funny and the only one who calls me it, but if it makes him happy. Yes, by the way, shoutouts to Kin.
Yeah, a $10 donation from Sonirath11.
Hey,
Yo,
Sonny.
guys, glad to see Kirby and the Amazing Mirror being played again. When are you guys going to get to Kirby Superstar? Split this between
Someday.
Gravel
Someday.
and Swordsman
Someday.
Kirby.
Thanks, Sonny.
Well, I'm glad that boss went swimmingly.
Whoops.
Wah, wah.
Forgot to remind you about the shard.
Oh, yeah. A little bit late there. you're like, hey, I know the cutscene just played out and everything, but here's a reminder that I just got a shard. All right, so I'm actually on to the next. Well, like we're almost done here. We have a few more bosses left. I'm not sure what this next boss is really. I haven't ever seen him, and he doesn't tell me the name. So
Yeah, who's that guy?
Shout out
not
to the
sure.
guest.
I'm not sure because I've never seen this enemy before. Oh. This is one of my least favorite boss fights actually though, because just walking into him does damage. And he likes to just kind of walk back and forth.
Yeah, recently with the reroute, this boss is actually pushed to second after King Golem. And I'm very thankful for that.
By the way, Shard.
Thanks.
But yeah, so at this point we only have 3 more bosses left before we unlock the Amazing Mirror for the final boss fight. He's actually dealing with one of the most like RNG enemies in the game. We recently rerouted the game to put him as 3rd. He used to be last.
Terrible in runs.
Yeah, he was literally just like the worst to deal with.
You can just lose, in one player you can just lose 20 seconds pretty easily on this boss, just if he doesn't decide to show up.
Yeah, it couldn't even be your fault either.
Alright, there you go.
Alright.
Holy moly, that was a good fight.
So Gravel is using Missile for going to Krakow. He makes fun of me a lot for not using Missile here.
I do make fun of him, but he does have a faster time without missile. Because perfect missile movement is actually quite hard. I'm going to call the Kirby friends real quick.
No problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll just...
He's just making a stew.
I just want a burger real quick. That's another thing, like really random, that doesn't really affect too many runs, but Kirby's actually just go into random rooms, and they will affect the runs in certain ways. It's like, actually when we were doing a practice run, we couldn't actually reset a room because one of the Kirbys was in there, and he wouldn't leave. So we actually lost too much time to continue the run. Just small things like that. And it's just, there's a lot of random RNG in this game that can affect your runs. But Kirby RNG is very little. So we're both on our way to last bosses before the final boss right now.
Alright, I'm gonna call it Kirby friends.
One of the mechanics they also did as well, so every time you call one of your computer friends, it actually allows you to be, they like bring health essentially. So we use that in co-op run if we took a lot of damage.
Oops.
Oh. Alright, gonna do a little healing as well. Actually, hope these guys don't follow me in the boss room. I think they are. Oh no, I shouldn't have called them there.
I'll say they just want to cloud the issue.
They're gonna be great. Look, Red Kirby's putting out work.
He's just on fire right now.
Wow, he's actually doing something though. That's a change.
Yeah, usually the other Kirby just waste time by like trying to get power-ups and immediately losing them.
I don't know if that was good RNG or not, but because the Kirbys were
I don't know. Who
just
cares?
kind of being there.
I'm about done with mine as well.
Right.
Alright.
I'll just sit
I'm just
here
gonna
with my other,
interrupt you.
my green Kirby dance. Are you serious? We're having a special moment over here.
Alright, so now the Amazing Mirror is complete, so we enter the final boss section.
Bam.
Where'd Red Kirby go?
We don't care about him.
Alright.
We have a $20 donation from the guest 218. the guest here. Shout out to the Kirby speedrun community.
Oh.
Love GDQ this year. Amazing variety in runs.
Use
Thanks to
light.
friends and everyone involved. Boyo!
Thanks, guys.
We're gonna actually beat the guest up right now.
Oops, I'm bad. Not really cooperating. Nice.
All right, there we go. We like to do this thing so we just float in the air.
I swear it saves like 2 frames
Frames matter.
with all lag. All right, so this is Dark Mine. The strat we're going to use here is to combine for a double star. Wait, I screwed this up. Okay.
Still works. I'm just gonna sit over here.
All right, that's bad.
Oh, nice jump. That was really nice.
Yeah,
Impressive. Oh.
so if you jump off Kirby, you can get a boost like that. Not really worth the risk. I don't know. All right. So this is Dark Mine. The strat here is to combine for a double star. All right.
We actually use each other to boost off onto this platform.
All right. Didn't get power up. It's okay.
I wonder what's gonna be next.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty scared. Not sure what's gonna be the next enemy.
All right. So this is a Dark Mine. The strat here is to get a double star. My bad, dude.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's okay.
All right. Screw that up. That was my fault. I
Yeah.
didn't call it out.
Do we want to do it with this?
I'll just use the sword.
Okay.
Whoops. That was wrong.
We were supposed to use double star for this one, but
I messed it up. My fault. All right,
Next.
whatever.
actually we can just go to the next area
Yeah.
because I have power now. So
No,
this part right here is actually supposed to be like a puzzle, kind of.
but
And since we have the sword, we just kind of skip it.
so in this phase, he's not vulnerable immediately, so I can stab him and break him like that. All right, 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Oh,
Oh shoot.
my bad. I messed it
It's all
up.
good. There's a green star. I saw it. So now we're gonna see if we can get a green star for a mix.
My bad. It's kind of just random.
Okay.
All right, this should be slow.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice. There you go.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
I
Oh,
messed
you
it
didn't
up.
get it. We could have had double UFO.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. On the next area, I'll let you have UFO.
All right. That would have been hype.
That would have been hype. You,
Oh, well.
you ruined SGDQ.
All right.
So SK is actually a little bit better at UFO than I am, so I always let him have it in the co-op run.
If you haven't noticed, they really want you to have the sword here.
It's probably like the coolest sword, though. Oh.
Whoops. He blinked. Nice.
All right, nice. Just trying not to die over here.
Nice.
Oh, not doing a very good job at it. Nice. All right, I'm gonna call the Kirby's because I have. Oh, I don't even have batteries.
I don't have battery either.
All right, we just don't die.
Just don't die. I have 5 lives. This should be okay. All right, so this is the last phase of Dark Mine. Time ends on the last hit. But it kind of varies a lot because he can move around a lot.
This is actually a really good pace, by the way, as well.
All right, just mash, just mash. Oh, whoops.
I might be wimp over here.
It's okay. All right, time.
All right, time.
So in the credits, you can shoot Dark Mine like this. Kind of another Smash reference. 24:06. Dude.
Nice. That's
a
PB for us.
PB. And since we're the only people doing co-op, so I guess that's world record.
That is world record, actually.
Yeah.
World record.
World record.
That was a really good pace. Could have been better if you got the double UFO.
My bad. Alright, let's go for a high score here. What's your high score here?
I actually reset as soon as I get it because I don't care anymore.
We have a $500 donation from Kirby Volt. Hello SGDQ, it's been a great week, so let's have it end on a great note. Looking super forward to the Kirby block, so let's get hyped for the little pink guy. Thanks to all the runners, tech people, volunteers, etc. for making this event possible. Let's keep the donations coming. Kirby hype.
So just a little quick thing real quick. This is all in Japanese, obviously. So basically they're just explaining that now that the Amazing Mirror is, put back together, that Shadow Kirby is going to go back and protect the Shadow Realm is what it's called. And and now we have 2 green Kirbys, a pink Kirby and a red Kirby now forever.
That poor yellow Kirby.
Yellow Kirby gets no love.
Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to all the Kirby and the Amazing Mirror runners, especially Cobro, Fretzy, Brej, and Mug, the German runners. And the whole Kirby
Pretty
community.
much the whole Kirby community. Yeah. We're all pretty small in individual games, but together we're a great big block of Kirby. So,
all right. It's very cooperative.
So
yeah, that's Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I hope you take time to reflect on the amazing run.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys.